Good morning, Dean.
Good morning.
This is Sharan Tash, the Pay It Forward Relationship Networker. And in our series of meeting with great connectors in Chicagoland, I have probably one of the best connectors in Chicago, Mr. Dean Klassman from Klassman Financial. Thank you for joining us, Dean.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me in one sentence, what do you do?
I commonly like to refer myself as the insurance doctor, basically taking the pain out of people getting involved in purchasing life insurance, group health insurance, disability, and long-term care insurance.
Great. What is the best piece of advice you have for making networking successful in your industry?
I find my goal is to meet as many people as possible. So I believe in the concept of you must circulate to percolate. So I'm out there always meeting new people and introducing people to other people.
I love that phase. What was it again? Circulate?
Circulate to percolate.
What a great one. Boy, you should trademark that phrase. That's wonderful. Now, some of the other people have talked about the fact that they're strategically networking, not going and meeting as many people as they used to. I heard that you said that you like to meet a lot of people. Why is it different for you?
I believe you create and make your own luck. So I believe in I personally go out and see as many people as possible belonging to chambers. I'm very involved in a networking group. I meet with strategic alliances such as accountants, attorneys, and just out there, I have a passion for networking, so I'm out there always talking to other people and offering my services to introduce people how to network.
So it sounds like you're a real giver.
That's my goal. That's my mission in life, is to give as much as I can.
I remember when I first met you, finally we met at Max and Benny's. After 10 minutes, just 10 minutes of talking with you, you made an introduction that got me a speaking engagement at the Malnati Corporation. And I was so impressed with how much you give to people that everyone who doesn't know you needs to get to know you.
Well, that's great. I appreciate that. And that's my goal now. Like I've shared with other people, I've been in the insurance industry for 24 years. And for my first 11 years, I was a big taker. I'd get people involved in my products, and then I would see how many referrals I can get from them. But as a result I made a complete 180 turnaround, and now my goal is to give as much as I can. And ironically, my business has never been better.
And I do have to say, knowing a lot of the people that you know, you are a giver. You had talked earlier about different organizations that you're involved in. Can you talk about some of those?
Sure. I'm involved in the Buffalo Grove Chamber of Commerce, but more importantly, myself and 5 other business owners created a group called the Networking Group. We started that, it'll be 15 years in October. We started with 6 individuals, and now we have over 100 members. And I'm very passionate about that. And we've taken that to new levels of giving.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful group. And how much of your networking leads to new business? So how much of your new business is a part of networking?
I would say right now 70 to 80% of my business is a result of my networking. Not only networking with strategic alliances and other professionals, but also networking with my clients. And that was part of the reason why I created the networking group, was a way to help my clients get additional business. So after I got them involved in a product, if there's not a competing industry, I invited them to our networking group, and they've gotten a lot of business. So that makes it a tighter relationship with my existing clients.
I don't know if you know this, Dean, but one of the things I talk about in my speeches is the Dean Klassman principle of surrounding your clients with a force field.
Yes.
And I have a little force field that I show because that's something that you have done in the networking group and throughout your business, is have that cadre of great referrals that you can give to your clients.
Oh, it's great. My clients appreciate it, and obviously the people that I'm referring to appreciate. So it's a win-win situation.
What is your favorite networking story of success?
Well, when I'm able to really take a client, and as a result of after working with them, I've introduced one particular client to his accountant, to his attorney. I was able to help him find a realtor and also a mortgage broker. So for me, I was able to provide all my this client with some of the best people that I know in those industries.
And I have to say, I was so reluctant to buy long-term care insurance. But when it came time for me to finally settle in and buy it, there was only one person I thought of, which was you, because you give and give and give, and you've helped me in so many ways. It was one small way that I could help you. And you did a great job. You wouldn't just sell me. You made me learn what long-term care was.
Well, thank you, Sharon, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome. If you could change one thing about networking, what would it be and why?
The one concept I would, if I can make any message, is when people are out there networking, thinking with two antennas, in other words, helping them figure out how they can help the person across the, if you're at a breakfast meeting, across the room from them, across the table from them, thinking of how you can help them, thinking of how you can introduce them to either some of your clients or some to your strategic alliance. So think with giving first instead of seeing what you can get from that person.
Let me ask you this, as a networker, what do you think the percentage is of people that get it? They get that concept of giving.
Sorry to say, I would say maybe 20 to 30% get it. 70% are still from the old school of telling their story and maybe thinking about the other person. But I would, sorry to say, 20 to 30%. So I would love to change that to just the opposite, where 70% of the people get it, because all of us will get more business as a result of that.
You're absolutely right. I know one of your passions is buddy baseball. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Buddy baseball is the, besides networking, is the and my family's first, but is my passion of my life. What that does is, what we do is we take kids with special needs and we pair them up with volunteers, and it could be volunteers that are 11 years old up to 40 plus, and everybody gets a lot out of it.
I see how much you enjoy it, everyone calling you Coach Dean, and this is time and money out of your pocket that you give back. And you're also one of the other favorite organizations is, there's another one in Northbrook.
Yes, it's called Progressive Services Network. What we do is we work with adults that are 21 years old and over, and we raise money to give to different organizations that support that cause of helping people with special needs over 21.
Well, you are sure a giver, not only in business, but also in your personal life. I know that your children and Leslie also are a big part of giving and have learned that process of giving. So I want to thank you, Dean, as being one of the ultimate networkers, I have to say, in the country. You're a giver, you're a wonderful businessman, wonderful family member, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to share your thoughts on networking with everyone in my audience.
Well, thank you, Sharon, and I would have to say you're like my, if I'm your, I admire you as much as you admire me.
Thank you very much, Dean.
Thank you, Sharon.